Hello and welcome to the TMC Newsroom. My name is Rich Tehrani. Thanks for watching us today. We're up in Boston, Massachusetts, and we're meeting with a number of companies in the area of technology, communications, and we're learning an awful lot about what's happening up here, trends for the future. On our program right now is Michael Kolowich. He is the founder and CEO of Knowledge Vision. Michael, welcome to the show. How are you?
I am just great. Thanks for having me on.
So tell me a little bit about your company.
Well, Knowledge Vision is really born from a need that we're seeing more and more with the rapid rise in online video. So online video is really hot in content marketing and in training, in learning, in even content selling and corporate communications. And what's happening is the use is exploding, and that's because it works, right? It works really effectively. The problem is that the demand for it, because it works, is growing a whole lot faster than the budget available to produce things. So people are looking for more and more efficient ways to produce video content. And so Knowledge Vision is really about producing engaging interactive video content from assets that already exist inside an organization. Your presentations, typically PowerPoints, and your best storytellers and communicators in the organization. Putting those together into interactive assets is what Knowledge Vision is all about.
And specifically, how do you do that?
Well, what we do is we have a set of tools called KV Studio for professional content creators that allow them to upload a video, upload a PowerPoint presentation, and synchronize them together, putting in chapter marks, putting in just-in-time footnotes and all kinds of supplemental material, maybe interactive searchable transcripts, all into a single Flash object for use on desktops, or an HTML5 object to put into an iPad for mobile consumption. So they weave these things together. Very, very easy to learn, easy to use software to put these things together, and then put them on their website, put them in their email campaigns, post them on other sites and things like that.
So you're able to take that PowerPoint and really your best presenter, like you said, and really amplify both of those, right? Because there's something to be said about a live presentation where you see that PowerPoint and you have a speaker to walk you through the PowerPoint, but it's really powerful when you can encapsulate that into a video that you can share with the whole world, right?
Yeah,
not everyone's going to come to your live talk with your best speaker.
There's always somebody missing from the room, right, when you have a presentation. And so you leave behind the deck, but the deck really doesn't tell the whole story.
Right.
And if it tells the whole story, then it's probably full of bullet points and isn't a very effective presentation to begin with.
Right, exactly.
The best presentations are powerful imagery and illustration and charts complemented by somebody who really knows the story and can tell it with in a compelling way with personality and engagement. And we actually we've started to get into the habit of attending a lot of webinars that are audio only webinars. But I think that in many cases, when you have an audio-only webinar, it robs the communicator of a lot of the communications facilities that they have. Their body language, their gestures, props, things like that. And so the idea of using video in an online presentation and making it available 24/7, anytime, anywhere, from any browser is a powerful concept.
I agree. So what are customers saying?
So what customers are saying, first of all, is that they love this for content marketing, for thought leadership, for demand generation, and for live webinars. In fact, we're starting to see people replacing that notion of the live audio webinar with video webinars, because it's actually pretty easy to move the video around these days, and complementing those things and putting the video images side by side with the PowerPoint, you get the best of both worlds. You're actually recreating more of the experience. The other thing that happens when you get into the on-demand mode is when you give people the ability to click around in these presentations. And marketers will appreciate this. Every time they click, you're getting information about what that person, one of your prospects, is interested in, right? And that, when it can feed back into your marketing automation system, when it can feed back into your Salesforce.com or other sales automation system records, actually tells a company, a marketer or a salesperson a lot about how to focus the conversation.
Right, because you can see what area of interest there is.
Exactly. So so this idea of collecting click streams as part of that interaction actually kind of raises the level of performance of a presentation, even beyond what you can accomplish in person. When I stare out, and give a presentation to a room full of people, I can't tell what they're all thinking. But when I see how they're engaging in an online perspective, who am I going to call first? The person who clicked off after 10 seconds, or the person who watched all the way through, went back and rewatched the technology section, clicked through on 2 white papers, and then passed it on to 3 friends.
So if I'm watching this video right now and I'm wondering if I'm the potential candidate to purchase from you and I can benefit from your products, how would I know that? Is it any company that uses PowerPoints and makes presentations, or any company that sells things and potentially is looking to sell them online? How would I know?
I think it's really companies that are serious about online content, online video content, as part of how they engage with customers and prospects, and how they engage with and train and inform their employees. And those really are the best prospects for the product. And very, very typically, a company that's been around for any length of time has a collection of those kinds of assets, a collection of those presentations. The other thing that happens is that often, some people say, okay, well, gee, I'm going to have to book some time out in the future for somebody to come in and do this presentation. The fact of the matter is that these types of presentations are being done all the time, right? So somebody gives a keynote at a conference, that's a potential reusable asset. Somebody gives a customer briefing, you bring in a subject matter expert to give a technology briefing. That's something that can be taped and used as a reusable asset. Maybe it can be put into a library in your sales automation system, and you can have 30 of these things, so that when a salesperson says, you're asking me about this technology, but I've actually got this 10-minute video by the guy who invented that technology that really explains it. Let me share that with you. That's a really powerful thing. So anybody who's serious about that kind of thing, who's caught the bug, and yet feels a little bit squeezed by the fact that there are so many opportunities to create this video, but you can't do the full Spielberg on every one of them.
Right. Makes a lot of sense.
So
final question, what's next for the company?
Well, what's next for the company is, we're continue to evolve that KV Studio product. But the other thing that we've done recently is we've introduced into beta a product called Novio. So whereas KV Studio is for kind of the professional content creator, Novio is for the rest of us. Simple, straightforward tools. Upload your PowerPoint presentation, turn on your webcam, hit record, start talking, and then when you're done, share it, whether it's through email or on Twitter or on your website or whatever else. We think that kind of complementing those power tools for serious professional users versus those simple tools for the rest of us is a great combination.
Makes sense. Thanks for being here.
Thank you so much.